Well, hello there, good morning to you all. So now I will present my 11th position in my top 20 greatest anime series of all times. And the series that got this spot is the series called Bleach, or Burichi in Japanese, that is a Japanese manga series, or anime that is based in a Japanese manga series written and illustrated by Tite Kubo. Well, if you follow my videos or if you follow my channel or if you like Bleach and from time to time you do came to YouTube to try to watch reviews or discussions or such, probably you already have found some video with me talking about Bleach. So I will not dwell too much into the story because if you do not know Bleach, I rather doubt it, but that can happen. So I do not want to spoil it for you. So the thing that I will say is that first, this series ranks 11 in my top 20 greatest anime series of all times. Then the manga was obviously written by Tite Kubo and is published by Shueisha and in the weekly Shonen Jump, and the series began running in August of 21 and is still ongoing, and so far it has 59 volumes. The anime series was aired in TV Tokyo from 5 of October of 24 until 27 of March of 2012, counting 366 episodes. And besides that, we also have 4 movies that were related with this franchise. Bleach 1, The Memories of Nobody. Bleach 2, if I'm not wrong, The Diamond Dust Rebellion. Um, Bleach 3, Fade to Black, and Bleach 4, The Hellverse. Um, I like one thing that I like the series is I like several aspects of the series. I like the intros, the soundtracks. Uh, some were good, more good than others. Others do not well say me do not say me much, but on the overall the intros usually were very good, and I like the intros. I like the sounds, uh, tracks, obviously the soundtrack, obviously. Also, I do like the story because the story follows basically a human boy called Ishigo Kurosaki that at some point he did gain Shinigami powers in the first episode from Kuchiki Rukia, and then he undergoes a series of adventures. He loses Rukia's powers. He discovers that he has his own powers. Then he fights back against Soul Society to save this character Rukia. He fights against all those that are kind of spirits that came to the human world to devour human souls. Then he fights against the Aranka army of a Shinigami captain that betrayed Soul Society, and we do learn that he is betraying Soul Society for a quite long time now. And then we have the fight against his army. He fights incredible strong opponents in the first arc. He fights Kenpachi Zaraki, that's when captain of the 10 divisions squads of Soul Society. He fights Kushiki Byakuya, another captain. Then he fights several Arankars. He fights Grim Joe. He fights Sukiora. And he fights also against Aizen, the great betrayer of Soul Society, and defeats him. And then he kind of loses his powers after defeating Aizen. But then there are a group of humans that appear that are called the Fullbringers, and they do explain to him that he could regain part of his lost powers and such. Then Ishigo trains in the Fullbringer abilities, and eventually at the end of the Fullbringer arc, He does recover his Shinigami powers because Soul Society, Hara, his father Ishin, and others kinda convinced the Captain Commander of Soul Society that they needed him, and then he allows the restoration of his Shinigami powers, but at the same time now going into the manga he also again lose part of his powers, but now again he also recovers his powers. So well, regularly that's it, and they fight a lot. He fights a lot of enemies with his friends, either from the human world like Orihime Sado or Uryu Ishida, either from Soul Society because he does have some friends in Soul Society. He has Rukia, he has Renji, he has Madarami, he has Inishika, even Zaraki, and others that become friends of Ishigo along the way. So well, this is a very good series. It's a supernatural action series. Um, and fantasy, obviously, um, and supernatural in the sense that we have Shinigami. Shinigami are soul reapers. This usually belongs to the universe of fantasy. So, but it's a very good series. It's very interesting. The characters, the way they show us, the way they were developed, and they are still developing. I liked a lot of the first great antagonist, Suzuki Aizen. He was a great villain in my opinion, even if now I do think that the current villain is a lot more better than Aizen actually was. But nonetheless, it's very interesting. It's a very. We have also Omake as funny episodes, comedy moments, New Year specials. Oh, let's say we have some comedy in this. We have the seriousness of a shonen battle manga. We have excellent fights. One are better than others, obviously, but that's inevitable, inevitable in that way. But it's a very enjoyable anime series with a lot of action. Um, some emotion also. It's interesting. The plots, the twist plots, are interesting. Uh, Sometimes some stuff happen that you are not expecting, or well, you can think, well, probably this could happen, but then you are not certain, but eventually that happens. So it's very interesting. It's very enjoyable, and if you do not watch Bleach so far, or even if you do not read the manga, do both because it's worth, and you will not be you will not repent after doing it. So, well, I know this is a more short video than the others that I already posted on the greatest anime series of all time, my top 20 list, but this is only because I do not want to go into spoiler mode because that eventually will happen. So this video is simply to mark that in my 11th position rank in my top 20 greatest anime series of all times, we have the Bleach series, movies, and other stuff related with Bleach franchise. So that's it. This is my 11th position in my top 20 list. Hope you enjoy. Stay well. Peace. See you soon.